the importance of women's role in society, in politics, and in the economy, Bombay State has declared today a state holiday. These acts clearly indicate the conviction of the people of FSM that discrimination against women and girls is a human rights violation, which must not be tolerated in FSM or elsewhere in the Micronesian region or elsewhere in the world. Just last year, the Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights, OHCHR, produced a report on the situation of human rights defenders in selected Pacific island countries. Having read that, I must commend the activism of women and girl rights defenders in the region and the autonomous movements that have been driving forces behind the advancement of gender equality and women empowerment so far. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, International Women's Day should be seen as an opportunity to explore the role of women leaders at all levels of the community. In times of major global paradigm shifts, in times when norms should be questioned, and when bias must be broken. The global theme of today, International Women's Day, is equality today for a sustainable tomorrow. The women of FSM have identified the national themes of breaking bias and women in leadership, achieving a equal future in the COVID-19 world. That's very well stated behind you over there. Very, very important themes. When considering these themes together, I am reminded of the origins of the International Women's Day ensure stronger resilience to natural disasters, climate change impacts, and food insecurity, and to foster social cohesion and sustainable community development. This is done by systematically ensuring the participation of women and girls in locally designed and customized climate security and vulnerability risk assessments, disaster risk reduction and disaster risk management planning, decision making, and capacity building for grassroots adaptation development. This is additionally achieved to support creating an enabling environment by working directly with civil society organizations that support women empowerment and by providing grant support and capacity building to support women entrepreneurship. The incremental increases in the role of women in public life in MSF are encouraging. Yet, as a United Nations Resident Coordinator, the father of a daughter, and the husband, I am concerned that women remain absent or underrepresented in decision-making positions concerning climate change and environmental policies, especially at high levels of political and public life. I hope that in a not-so-distant future, we see increased women representation in the National Congress, and indeed, women's full participation and decision-making in political, economic, and public life is a prerequisite of democracy and peace, and essential for achieving the global sustainable development goals by 2030. Yet, let us be clear, increasing women's participation in leadership alone will not break the ties. Gender equality, which is an integral part of human rights, is the responsibility of all of society. Men and boys, fathers, husbands, brothers, they need to stand with women and girls as allies in the fight for gender equality and must demand accountability for violence of women's rights and access to justice. Or, as I have heard much more eloquently expressed during a great fire event a few days ago, 2 weeks are needed for a bird to fly well. We need both women and men, both girls and boys, equally empowered to realize our full potential and leave a better world behind than one that we have inherited. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Martin, for such an inspiration speech. The Open Women Council indeed joins the United Nations and the rest of the world internationally in celebrating International Women's Day, a global day celebrating social, economic, cultural, and political achievements of women. It is a day. They also marks a call to action for celebrating women's equality. We are very honored to have the presence of the United Nations, all the embassies, our leaders from the national and the state, as well as the local government here with us today. International Women's Day provides a useful opportunity for groups to participate in celebrating women's achievements, awareness raising, influencing behavior, smashing the stereotypes, challenging bias, reinforcing commitment, launching initiatives, and cost-related marketing. International Women's Day is a time to reflect on progress made, a call for change, and to celebrate acts of courage and determination by ordinary women, by an extraordinary lives in the history of their countries and communities. This year's campaign great values serve as a reminder that individually we are all responsible for our own thoughts and actions. Together, we can raise the values in our communities, in our workplaces, and schools. We celebrate the tremendous efforts by women and girls around the world in shaping a more equal future and recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic. So thank you very much, Mr. Horgan, for your very inspiring speech that we will, as Public Council, will cherish. Thank you very much. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, more Sapapol. As of the said, Her Excellency, Ambassador, United States, to the FSM, Her Excellency Carmen G. Cantor.
child labor. Then in 1908, they marched 15,000 strong in the streets of New York City. Many who were immigrants marching for equal treatment and to support their new beginnings in the United States. It is from the efforts of women like these and many women around the world that we have an International Women's Day. It is a day of reflection and it's also a day of action. There are now 3 women in the FSM National Cabinet, and the first woman elected to the National FSM Congress was this morning. These are women who have